Okay, here we go. Third pincer. I should not need anything special to do this. It's quite a low level. Well, it's a level 30. What the heck? My God, you're ugly. All right, let's get out of here. So when approaching this dungeon via the facility hub, often abbreviated as FH within the game, it's in the chat area, you need to be at least level 30. Now, if you run to the dungeon location using the overworld or the field or the terrain, whatever you want to call it, then you can get there at a lower level. But that portal I just jumped through has a level 30 requirement on it. And what is this requirement, by the way? There is actually no requirement, so you can just jump in this at any level. However, to use the shortcut that I just used, you need to be level 30. Alright, so let me make sure I'm using piercing. And I'm not gonna, well, okay, I'll fight these first two because I haven't actually done this dungeon unbuffed yet. I'm definitely jabbing quite slowly. Alright, let's go ahead and fix that. Might as well go ahead and cast on Heart Seeker and Defender as well. And I just ran out of my Baron's Amulet. That's alright. I don't think I really need it. And let's go ahead and toss on a few buffs. Yep. Pierce Protection, Acid Protection, which I think is all I really need for dealing with Ulthoi. Alright, now I'm just going to run through these guys and hopefully they won't block me. And I just happen to know the route from doing this about a bazillion times. What's weird is it didn't take long for this route to come back to me. Although it has been quite a while since I played AC. Oh, you know what? Did I go down already? I hope I didn't turn too soon. Should be, no, okay, I think we're good. And then this way, there's a nice little Ulthoi trap up here. It's just a series of turns that will, well, almost blocks. Oh, there we go. Killing much faster now. Alright. Whoa. I auto run by mistake. Alright. We're going to continue on. It's pretty much straight route from here. You just sort of follow the main hall. Don't get sidetracked. And, oh, come on. Okay, I believe this is the final room before the main room. Yep, there's 3 that spawn in here. And then you can just go around this corner. And then I'll usually finish. Go ahead and kill these guys so they're not in my way. And then run over here and aggro these 2 guys. There we go. Bring them back here. I could just go in the room. But usually one of these 2 will drop the pincer. You don't have to deal with all those others. And And there we go. Sure enough. I wonder if I should... I want to try the next one without being buffed as well. See how well that goes. So //LS stands for Lifestone, and that will recall you to whatever Lifestone you are bind at. You are bound to, I guess I should say. Alright, so jump in here. This will take us to the town network. Oh, whoops. I guess I moved before hitting jump. Hello, mister. Just gonna stand there and stare at the swirling purple portal space all day. You planning on doing something, sir? Anybody? Can't tell if that's an army or if they're actually fellowshipped. Alrighty, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right here. See what the requirement is for this one. 30 for this one. Yet you have to be 40 in order to go through the shortcut portal. See how they get you? So for convenience sake, oh, I do know which way I'm going. This is a soldier. These guys are a little bit tougher. As long as they're not touching me, though, don't have too much to worry about. Oh, I guess I was close to leveling up. Alright, let's just run. I'm not gonna fight. Oh, I think it went the wrong way. Here we go. This one. Oh! Quite a few follow me than what I thought was going to get through all that. Sometimes when there's a lot of twists and turns, simply navigating quickly through the dungeon, you'll lose a lot of these guys, because walls do exist, not only for you, but for mobs. But, I guess in this case, I wasn't able to lose them. It's alright. I'm not going to bother to check any of these guys for loot, because these won't drop the pincers anyway. You can see, if you look up in the top right, you'll see another one just standing there. He hasn't noticed me yet, and he hasn't heard his buddies crying. So, do I have a regular? I do have some of these left. Oh, shit, I still have 16 of these left. What is this? This is in the wrong spot. So, stamina plays a role in a few different ways. As a melee character, it primarily affects my ability to dodge. So, without stamina, I cannot evade attacks. So, I have to be careful if I'm fighting something that's, rather strong. And, who cares how hard it hits if it can't hit me? But if I run out of stamina and I'm no longer evading it, now it is hitting me, and that can become a problem. so far so good on this video test. I hope the audio is going to pick up okay. Now the other Ophioi, which you can see at least one of them standing back there. They're too far away to aggro. In retail, they would all come from like a mile away. So this private server so far is quite a bit easier. And I don't know, maybe at some point in time they did change the aggro range for them in retail. And maybe it is close to that. I'm going to go ahead and grab this loot. Get a bit of money. The best way to get your funds up is to consistently loot. I have not been doing that just for the sake of the video so that I can sort of move on without boring someone by watching me pick up loot. One of these should drop a pincer for me. So, this was actually not a problem at all. I'll go ahead and grab this too. Now, one thing you want to keep an eye on is the mana in your items. So, for example, this has 832 out of 1,000 mana left. This warned me earlier that it ran out of mana, and that's because it has a very low charge of only 230. So if I want to get my stuff back up, I'll use an empty mana stone on a magic item and it will drain it of its mana, and then I can turn around and use it on myself. And you can see 1,300 more to recharge, so I let myself get pretty low here. I'm going to go ahead and do that. This should be good enough. Alright. I don't think I can move stuff when I'm in the middle of using a lifestone recall. Seems like I should be able to. Okay, so we have 4 pincers now. And I should turn these in, but you know what? I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for that final FH shortcut. I don't know without... Come on. I don't know if I'm going to do too well. But I did pretty well with the soldiers, so I'm thinking I might do okay with the legionaries. So there's 5 portals. I have 4 pincers, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that leaves just this one. I have to be 40 to use this shortcut. This is the Crumbling Empyrean something. And we're going to pop up right next to it. And you do have to also be 40 in order to use this portal. So in this case, the shortcut and the portal both line up. And let me see. I think this is the... Wait. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know which one this is. Alright, let me do a little test. Just to see how well I do with this guy. I'm not doing a lot of damage. He didn't hit me. Okay. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for the run. Go through this room. Then we're going to go to the left, and then here and all the way down. And around this bend. So here. Now this should be a left and then a quick right. Left and a quick right. From here on out, it's just stick to the right. So if these little areas kind of can be confusing sometimes because it's kind of like part of the cave is basically a pillar or something. Just remember, stick right. And over here, we're not going to exit, but we're going to sort of park right here for a moment and go ahead and take care of those that managed to follow me all this way. Now, my health is going down. They are hitting me, but there's not too many of them. And as I finish off each one, I have a little bit less damage coming in. I'll heal real quick, take out another one. So it should be all easy from here. Sometimes the pincer room can be a problem because there's so many in there. So since I am taking on damage, I think what I'll do is I'll just try to pull out a few at a time. This was, how many was this? 5? I'm doing okay. Once I get it down to 3, the rate at which I heal naturally seems to contend fairly well with the amount of incoming damage. So I only needed to heal when I had 5 on me. I should be alright. Famous last words. I'm not doing very much damage, sadly. Now, if I had level 7s, I'd be doing much better. Alright. We should be ready for these guys now. Alright, let's peel off maybe those 4. Oh, yes. Perfect. We lost 1. Oh, that's okay. Usually these don't have any pincers. It's usually the ones in the back of the room. My concern now is that I'm not going to be able to kill them quickly enough before I can get to the back row. By quickly enough, I mean... Oh, crap. So, about every hour or so on this private server, the whole server just lags, and it usually lags for a solid minute. All of the timers are still going, including my buff timers. So these are still going to continue to count down, but I'm not going to get any benefit out of it. Might as well use this to go ahead and adjust my chat settings. Unfortunately, the chat settings and what you want to appear in the chat boxes don't save upon a relog, so I have to reset them each time. And this is definitely taking too long, so I'm going to have to basically start all over with these guys. Sometimes, after a minute-long lag session like this, you won't come back fighting. And maybe you won't even know right away if you're back or not. So what I like to do is just click one of the mobs and then hit E for examine, and that will pop up as soon as the lag is over. And so I know I'm good to go. There we go. Okay, these guys are level 70. I can't see all of the details. There's actually a skill just to be able to assess a creature. It's called Beast Assess or Mob Assess, something like that. It's in here. Same for players, but right now I don't think that's working correctly. You know what? I guess I should check these just in case there is a pincer. Okay. Also, using hotkeys whenever I can saves a bunch of clicking. So I have V to go into combat mode and then to go back out of combat mode. Oh, shit. I knew it was going to happen. Yep. So I pulled 2 from further down in the room, and then one respawned on me due to that lag spike. If you get hit real hard, your character will yell. Usually, don't get, and then that'll immediately prompt you to look at your health. But sometimes you can get hit hard and it won't trigger the yell, so you may think you're okay. So, just keep an eye on your health anyway, just like you would any other video game. Come on, come on, come on, come on, die already. Nope. Nope. Okay. I'm concerned I'm going to pull these guys and those 3. If I could just get these 4 without any others, then I'd be good. I think I'd be good. Oh. Oh. No. Well, I didn't want to be there. Now I'm surrounded by them, which means I'm going to take more damage. Especially when they're behind you. A mob behind you is almost always going to be able to hit you, because you can't dodge what you can't see. I'm going to turn my back on these 2 to fight the 1. It's probably not the best move, but it's going to satisfy my OCD. And I'm fine. One of these should have a pincer. I think it's pure value based. Just reading that message that someone asked. There's the pincer. Well. Oh. 2 hours and 8. Oh. I'm too soon. All of that. And not going to do me any good. Oh well. Just going to jump out. Actually, I guess I could have just saved there and then logged out for 2 hours and came back. That's alright. I wanted to see. Is there anything? Where are we? Okay. Buy massive monocharge. Yeah, everybody knows that, but that doesn't answer the question. I like when people tell you what to do. Oh, there you go. Value. So what they're talking about are death penalties. One of the death penalties in this game is when you die, you lose stuff. Which stuff do you lose? Well, it's your most valuable items. So typically, you'll not want, like for example, if you look at this sword, it's worth 4,800. I definitely don't want that to be the most expensive item I have on me, because if that happens, then I'm going to drop my sword, and I don't want to drop it. So I can look at stuff like this, which is worth 21,000, and that helps protect the sword. Now, as you increase in levels, the number of items you drop will also increase. So early on, you'll drop an item or 2. Later on, you're going to drop a buttload of stuff. So you have to continuously be searching for what are known as DI, death items. Items that drop when you die, as opposed to the items you don't want to drop. So this guy is saying buy massive mana charges. And I think those are worth like 50,000 each or something like that. So if you carry a bunch of those on you, then it'll protect what you're carrying. Now, when you die, your body stays in the world for a default amount of time, I think of 10 minutes. Someone will correct me, I think, if anyone sees this video. And then it's plus 5 minutes for every level you are. So I am currently 64, so you know you can do the math. What is that? Let me see here. Pull up my calculator. 64 times 5 equals 320 divided by 60 equals like 5.5 hours. So if I died right now, right here, my body would remain here for the next 5.5 hours, so that nobody can loot it unless that person killed me. So if you're on the High Tide server, which is a player versus player server, and someone kills you, they can immediately loot you. So there's actually not a lot of looting going on. A lot of people don't even bother to open your corpse. If someone does open your corpse, once your corpse has been opened, then that brings the amount of time your body's going to remain for, like, I think 5 minutes or something like that. So anyway, I think this is a good test. I think when I'm looking for graphic anomalies during a recording, I see every little thing, every little hiccup. There's already a lot of hiccups in this game just because it's so old, and also because this is an emulator of the game. It's not actually the game. I mean, it's pretty close, though. The goal of the developers behind this emulator is to eventually achieve the same state the game was in at the closing date of retail. And so far, they're doing a great job. Due to the way the law works, they're trying to keep themselves out of trouble, and that means they're not accepting any money for this. So this game is free. Don't even offer or ask how you can pay, because that's only making it a problem for other players. The whole key, or a big key to making this work, is not accepting any money. So just, if you really do like the game, or if you're returning, keep that in mind, because this is, in my opinion, one of the best all-time MMOs ever made. Wait, I was trying to time this just right so I could be looking right at you when I said that, and now it looks like he's looking just off into my left. Ah, okay, whatever. That's it. I'm out. Good test. Good test, bro. Wait, what the fuck is going on with my face?